Thank you for being here. I'm grateful. Chris, good dawning. Welcome. Chris put out another singing bowl, and keep it up there, Chris. That's awesome. Laura, good dawning. Welcome. Bonnie, good dawning as well. Helene, favor what you're daring. It's just funny. Favor to everyone in the path of Hurricane Helene. Henny. And welcome, guys. Grateful to see you all here, and just grateful in general. Appreciate all of you, and beautiful souls of light and love. And yeah, we'll let people pile in here. We've got the green bowl for the contest. Names are already in there, so we will just pull a name. It's easier. It isn't like I needed a random. We're not that big enough yet that I need a random number generator or anything. I'm grateful that I have some names in a hat. I'm going to be on. Amanda, good dawning. Welcome, beautiful soul family. All right, so it is Friday. Saint Germain wants us to remind you to fry something today, and I'm working on getting a ring light. So I'll have consistent lighting. I won't be shadowed here like I am now. But so we're working on getting a ring light at some point, which you can put like over here and over my head. And so yeah, so my living room, which I only have a 2-room apartment, it's like a living room and a bedroom over there, and then the kitchen, right? The kitchen's like right there. So yeah, if I get a, it'll be weird with my home studio, but I can already see I have that crane thing on the table for my for when I do Kuan Yin. So and Isis and tarot cards. So there we go. Chris, good dawning. All right, everybody. So we have the amethyst. I'm going to give it to like the middle of the show here when it gets peak to pull the cards here, but I did say it had to be present. So we have the amethyst and the book. I'm going to take it to my work today. Yes, I'm taking the amethyst back to the crystal shop, but then I'm going to repack it in the back of the shop and get it sent out to tomorrow. I will take it to the post office and ship it out. So grateful. Trina, oh my gosh. Wow. Trina, welcome. Good dawning, Trina. I am grateful and blown away to see you in the chat there. Trina, if you don't know Trina, she has her own channel. She's also on Wednesdays. It's either Tuesdays or Wednesdays, I believe, with R. Wayne Steiger, who eventually I'll either be on his channel or he'll be on mine. Yeah, so and she's part of a group that I'm in that we're going into. I'm not personally, but the group is going into the astral there to see as a group to see what's what. But welcome, Trina. Grateful to see you here, and yeah, you can hear Trina on her own channel, and you can see her again with Ginny, and we hope favor that she's all right on R. Wayne Steiger there once a week. So it's amazing. Thank you. All right. So what we're going to do first off, as we've been doing, is we're going to, it's Friday, right? So Saint Germain here. Do not fry yourself on Friday. Remember the commercial, right? With the egg and the frying pan, right? You do not want to fry yourself on Friday, but we are going to do cards. Raphael, part of me is Raphael, energetics too. So we have the cards from Archangel Raphael. These are the cards from Kelly Kaladny's deck. Favor, that's good to see that she's doing much better there, Trina. Awesome. All right, so Saint Germain again here. These are the cards from Kelly Kaladny's deck. She is the Archangel Raphael Kelly, and she had created a deck, and then blindly inspired, who may or may not be in the chat there, sent this to Josh. She had won the cards from Kelly on Sunday when she does her transmission from Archangel Raphael. And so now Josh has the cards as blindly inspired, redirected the cards. So Josh has a mailing from the Archangel Raphael. It literally says the return address. From love, the Archangel Raphael. So we are not going to say much, but things happen. So we are going to pull some cards from Kelly Kaladny's deck. And again, you can see her YouTube channel as the Archangel Raphael. If you sign up, she does a Zoom call so she can be a little more free. She does a Zoom call on Sundays that you can attend. I think she can have up to 1,000 people in her Zoom, or it's unlimited. And so, but we're going to pull 3 cards. Saint Germain is going to pull 3 cards for you, and we're going to see what kind of weekend. We are doing tarot and channeling all at the same time. All right. Let's see. Oh, we got 3 cards right there. They came out like a Monty, right? You don't want to be Monty, but let's see here. All right. So in the bottom card, we always take the bottom card too here. Embrace your vision, your pineal gland. So what we are saying here is do not drink the fluoride. Do not go and buy the baby water at the Walmart with the fluoride in it. That does exist. Do not do that. But if you are feeling blocked, what is going on in your pineal gland? It's generally usually blocked. So we have 3 cards here. So we're going to see what Archangel Raphael is showing us for your weekend. All right. Ooh, Goddess Danu. So we are asking you to connect with the water, to find some calm in yourself, to connect blindly inspired. We are grateful to see you. And these are the cards that you had sent to Josh. So we are grateful. Saint Germain is super grateful that you had sent these cards to Josh. Archangel Raphael is even more grateful that you sent them, of course, because they are his cards, as channeled through Kelly Kaladny. So we are asking you to find your connect with water, to find some chill in yourself and your universe. All right, the galactic white horse. So, ancestors. And some of you in the chat know the ancestral line has been coming up in a lot of tarot card readings. If you watch tarot on the YouTube or what have you, there has been a lot of talk in the astral and in the physical about your ancestral lines. And so we are asking you to go maybe chill by the water so you can see the galactic white horse, really, which is connecting with your ancestors. There's something that you need to slow down to see from your ancestors, we are asking. And of course, then we also have choice points. So this is a very good combination of cards here. Where are you in your universe? And this is going to fit with the astrology as well. So in your point, the choice point, what is your choice point? Maybe you have to go back to the water, right? Go find a lake or something. Don't jump in the lake. No, not at all. But unless you want to go swimming, but it might be too cold. So you have to go find yourself at the water to connect with your ancestors, right? And keep in mind, not all of your ancestors are going to be on your timeline. For Josh, there's a majority of his current ancestors who could give 2 hoots, and a few that are probably trying to block his universe. But there are also a few. So it's always going to be that way. If they want your favorite ancestors in your current, if your uncle was not your aunt, there you go. For Josh, it's his aunt. For his aunt was not very nice, right? She was very kind of comic, right? And she didn't speak to Josh's aunt did not speak to her sister, right? Josh's mother. So Josh did not speak to his aunt. And so some of your ancestors may not be on your team. Do keep that in mind. Do not try to reach out if you are feeling that the ancestor that you are reaching out to is not in your energetic. So it's not the favorite aunt, like Josh's aunt. His Aunt Toby was not the greatest for him, universe energetically for him. So he's not going to reach out to his aunt. He's going to reach out to his grandfather, who yes. But we do not reach out, and keep that in mind. We'll show you a picture of the grandfather, so just so you can see. Here we go. You have a picture of the grandfather. So that is Josh. We're also trying to break up his universe so you can see what in his universe, a little more human, right? Who is this guy who is channeling, right? So Saint Germain wants to show you the picture of his grandfather, the largest. And you should be able to tell in your universe, if you ground into take a moment by the water, right? Not the river Danube, mind you, but that's why they call it the river Danube. But nonetheless, if you sit by the water and you can relax, right? The goddess Danube, the river Danube, there you go. But if you want to relax by the water, you will get the answers that you might need from your ancestors, because most of you, and the energetics are there. We are all at decision points in our universe, but what is your grand decision point? What are you trying to decide on? And what in your universe needs change? So reach out to them. For Josh, it is his grandfather, Irving, right? That is Josh in the military. This is Fort Jackson, right? And so this is Josh graduating from boot camp in the United States Army in 1995, right? Index finger. And that is his grandfather, Irving Kanowitz, right? So Irving, you have to know in your universe who has passed, who is going to be on your side, because they are your living, well, they were your living, they are your angels on the other side, like Josh's grandfather, Irving, who he can hear him saying Joshi right now in his head. So in your universe, so there you go, Joshi in the U.S. Army, when he graduated from the U.S. Army as an air traffic controller, and most of you are in New York, New Jersey, what have you. So Josh went to Watertown, New York, upstate New York. So when you say, his energetics are matching why you are in New York and New Jersey and Pennsylvania and whatnot. He is from Baltimore and he went to the Army in Watertown in upstate New York, north of Syracuse. So it's the same energetic. So that's why we can kind of match here. Where you are from the medium channel, from Adam Bernstein there, it's the same energetics. We are matching. All right, now we have our peak in the chat, right? We're at 15. Saint Germain is going to pull from the hat, right? So we are going to do all kinds of stuff while we are in channel, except for driving. You're not going to see Saint Germain driving across the country. Probably not the best idea. But all right, so we are going to pull a name. Remember, if I pull your name, the only thing that we had as a stipulation was you had to be here, so I can get your email. You can acknowledge that you won, right? And so that I can send this to you on Saturn Day. If you return an email, if you do not, then we will figure it out on Moon Day. But if you do not return the email with your address, then I cannot send you. Saint Germain cannot go to the United States Post Office. We are not going Pony Express, mind you, and send this to you, right? We will send it Pony Express, and you'll get it in 3 months. There you go. But nonetheless, good dawning, Fatima. Good dawning. All right, so we are going to pull a name for the hat. You are going to get the book to work with my brother, Archangel Raphael, and you are going to get the amethyst. It's not a pocket amethyst, like the pocket violet flame, but you can use this when you need to invoke the violet flame. You can ground into the purple, the healing energy of the amethyst. This came from the Denver Gem and Mineral show. You get the best deals, right? All right, so we're going to pull a name. I need a drum roll, please. La, 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 la. All right. There we go. Who we have? No idea. Dahola, are you there? Dahola. You are there. Dahola Martin. You are not. If you are not in the chat, we'll give you 3 or 4 minutes to bring yourself up. If not, we got plenty of names and plenty of you. So, but we said you had to be here. So we are not going to, it's not to drive up the, but at least claim your prize. We are not trying to create your universe that you have to be watching Good Dunning here. But all right, so we'll give it a few moments. I don't believe that the Dahola is here. If you are hiding out, driving your car, just put a big thumbs up. Something when you get to a traffic light. We'll give it 5 minutes, and then we will switch off to somebody else and pick another name out of the hat. So we are grateful that you are here. We are grateful to see Trina here as well. And if you do not subscribe to her, we definitely recommend. She does not post a lot, but when she does, it is always something that is amazing. And she always has the greatest comments to say on our way in Steiger, that she's a very intelligent, very intuitive and intelligent woman. And if you do not know Trina Phoenix in your universe, we definitely recommend. There are reasons why people pop into the chat, right? And then you see them, and poof, they think, Adam, you know Adam Bernstein. She would be on that. So there you go. We are recommending that you subscribe to Trina Phoenix there and watch her channel, because you will be a Phoenix rising too. But nonetheless, we are grateful that you are here on this Friday, and we are hoping that you are going to have the greatest weekend ever. We did not yesterday, as we had John Binney. We are grateful to John Binney for all his work. We did not go into AI, since he is not part of the Rufus, and his AI was all based on human resources. And we all have you. That's not very exciting, and to chat about how he's automating human resources through AI so you can easily onboard with Amazon. There you go. So that is a big deal, but it is not like the Rufus where you are on Amazon and like it is driving up and saying that what our customer is saying about your purchase, so to speak. So we are grateful that he was here, and we are grateful for John and his energetics. And of course, on Monday, we will be going back to John Binney. We will watch him again, and we will all go and help with our energetics. Now, of course, on Monday as well, Laura B is going to be doing her amazing intuitive work with Oracle and Tarot cards. Laura B, basically the official tarot card reader for Saint Germain. So there we go. Don't leave home without her, so to speak, right? You always need a tarot card reader in your pocket. So Laura B, and of course, if you go to any of the readings that La has put on the moon days, they are on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. 3 p.m. We are going to be grand triumphant, right? There's reasons why we do these things, right? What is in your universe? What are you working towards? 3, one of the master numbers. We could do it at 2, which could be called the master builder, but 3, where are you standing? What legs are you standing on in your universe, right? There you go. So Laura will help you to ground into your universe to get the answers that you are looking for. Of course, meditation helps. And as Saint Germain was seeing here, as we were telling you to do, to go to the lake. We're going to put the card back up. To go to not the river Danube, that's too far, but to go to the lake, unless you are in Europe, and actually find your center. We are asking you to do that. Lara will help you find your center on Monday for sure, 3 o'clock. Then we have on Tuesday, we have Viviani, who is not in the chat, but Viviani will be here with us again on Tuesday Night Live. She's going to do Akashic work. If you have seen Viviani, she's amazing. She will reach in and she will talk to your records keeper. She walks down the hall of your Akashic. She will go in and pull your file, right? She's sitting there reading your scroll, like, all right, we have your scroll right here. We are reading it for you. But she can do that. Like John Benny can climb in and see the energetic attachments to you. She can go up and visit with your scroll and answer the questions that you are looking for from your Akashic scroll that is always being written. And if you ever watch, I'm going to state this here. Have you ever seen a Mel Brooks movie? You have, right? Any of the Mel Brooks movies, if you watch Blazing Saddles, he knows the Akashic records. Or if you watch Spaceballs, he goes to Mr. Video, right? Don't tell me he does not know what is going on. He is watching the movie. Where are we? We are watching the movie in real time. How can we be doing that? This is real time. This is now. But we are in the now. So he knows how you can see our universe in a bigger way, right? So if you ever watch Spaceballs, though, the scene where they are at Mr. Video and they put the video at Far Spaceballs, which had the original Spaceballs video title cover. They already had it set up in the movie, right? So then they put the video into the player and they are in real time. It's your Akashic records, basically. What he is saying is the video is just recording you in real time. There's a lot deeper that you could see, but Mel Brooks knew what he was doing there when he was creating his universe for Spaceballs. And we had said Blazing Saddles, where they go to the movie theater in the movie to watch Blazing Saddles. I love how he's reversing your universe there. But really, he is showing you that your universe is more malleable than you can see, and that your Akashic records, for example, you are being recorded in your universe. He's letting you know that there's a grand video camera in the sky, so to speak. When you go to pass, right, you're going to have to go and see what you have done in your universe. You're going to have to feel what you have done in your universe. And unfortunately, Dola is going to have to see that she did not win the prize. So we are going to pull another card out of the hat, so to speak. All right, are you ready? Saint Germain is going to close his eyes. All right. Are we ready? It's going to be a bit of a shipment issue, but we can figure that out. Because the winner, this is honestly the case. We have it's just pulled a card, right? We just did this. Blindly inspired. We have everybody else's name in here. We have as Anna, as Ellen, Bonnie Binsky, Christy Valentier, Nancy. We are just put out. So if blindly inspired, you are wanting that, then say so in the chat. We will send that to you, blindly inspired. You are the winner. You pulled your name out of the hat. It's not a tit for tat for the cards, mind you. It's just your karmatic return, maybe. But literally, we have all your names here. It's completely fast. Saint Germain has his eyes closed. So if change your water with the violet flame or a piece of amethyst, that is charge your water. That is correct. But so blindly inspired, you won. Are you wanting? If you are, just put a thumbs up and we will get you will need to email me and we will ship that to you. All right, blindly inspired. If I do not, please put it in again. Are you sure? Okay, we will do so. I'll take your name out. That's why we are asked. So some people are like, well, I don't need the book for Raphael. You can send. So we ask. We do not ship something if you do not want it. So we are closing our eyes, looking at the ceiling. There you go, right? Are you here? If she's not here, we can figure that out. But she may not be here, so we have to have her here. Ellen, her beautiful voice, but is she here? We do not always see her in the Dunning. If she does not show up, then we will go on, because there's plenty of you here. We will go on to the next. But we had stated, and so we have to hold the contest. Josh wants to give it to her because she is such a good soul. But if she's not here, then we cannot give her the amethyst. And if you have amethyst in your universe, you can use that. The amethyst works just like a pocket violet flame. If you are feeling out of sorts in your universe, Karen's name is in that too. So if you are feeling out of sorts in your universe, then get some violet, get the amethyst, just a tumbled amethyst. You can carry that with you to help you to ground. But all right, so it does not look like Ellen is in the chat either. We are going to give it another moment here. But what we are going to do in the meanwhile is ground into our 15-second project, which we did not do yesterday. Thanking to John Binney for being here with us. Ale, good gunning. Yes, Blimey is here. She said that she did not want it because it's a big shipment and stuff. And she said, I could pull another name from the hat. We gave her, she said, if you want it, because we have to ask. We are not just going to ship it to you. You win it, you want it, and then we will ship it to you. But thank you, Holly. We appreciate that. Absolutely. So from our end here, we're going to ground into, and we're going to give Ellen just another moment. We are going to give it just another moment here and see what we have. And if you do want this blindly inspired, we will ship it to you. Just put in the chat that you are good, and we will. So we know that you will ship. We'll ship it to you. And Angela said her channel wasn't big enough to do a generator pick from a hat wax. We have a hat right there. Henny is not here either. Right? Well, Henny is. We know where Helene is right now. Favor to that. And anybody, we're going to take a moment, and really, this is something we should have started off with. So if you can take a moment to ground into the energetics there for Helene, the Hurricane Helene, that is. We are hoping she's not down south there, but nonetheless, take a moment, and we are going to send love and favor. And Isis wants to come through. Dearies, good dawning. We are sending love to all of those affected by Hurricane Helene. It is not easy being on your planet, dearies, and having to deal with the energetics of weather on your planet, dearies. But we are in understanding that when you come to planet Earth, you are already in understanding that you might have to deal with these things. Those who are in the path of Hurricane Helene, whether they realize it or not, gave the energetics, gave their permission energetically before they ever came to Earth. You do as well. You signed the grand waiver, so to speak. Do keep that in mind, dearies. When you are coming to Earth, Mother Isis wants you to understand that you, as a soul, as an energetic being, signed, so to speak, the grand liability waiver, understanding that when you are on planet Earth and you are in the larger toroidal field, it is up to you to understand that things like this could happen. It is up to you to see that it is not, you are not a victim of the hurricane. You're on planet Earth. That is why you signed the contract. It's why you are here to experience these things, and even including a hurricane. While you are thinking it is the grand disruption in your universe, and you might have to get in the car, you might have to flee, it is you who is here to experience these things energetically in the physical. So do keep that in mind. We are sending love and favor to all of those in the path of Hurricane Helene, all of those who have been flooded out, blown away, so to speak. Whether they realize it or not, they are here for those grand energetics. You are not going to get a Hurricane Helene when you are in your full light body, in your trauma, your dense body is not, when you are just in the light. Enjoy these things for what they are as much as what they aren't. Realize the grand experience of it all. And if you have experienced loss from Hurricane Helene, may favor come back to you in your universe. You have contracted for that loss as well, so do keep that in mind. Sometimes a loss is your greatest asset because it leads you to your greatest growth, your greatest find, and a loss could actually be something that multiplies into Ma for you in your universe theories. But while you are out today, take a moment to remember those who did not have quite a calm evening as you did. All right, thank you, Mother Isis. There. All right, so we do not see. There we go, Ellen in the chat. So we're going to pull one more time. Then we're going to do our 15-second grounding project. Here we go. We are going to look backwards. So, we have a name. All right, we put a name. It is literally random, right? Ba. Whop. Carmen comes back. Millie. Millie, we'll get the Millie. You are in the chat, yes? We just need to see a thumbs up. We saw you earlier. There you are. So Millie, this is totally random here. We are going to do this like once every 2 weeks. Just at the Crystal Shop will pull stuff out. So Millie, you are the grand winner. Send Mr. Floyd your email through email to Mr. Floyd's channeling with an S at gmail.com. And I'm going to pull one other. Just we know Millie is in the chat. We're not going to. If we do not get an email from Millie, then we are not going to be sending it. So do keep that in mind. And she might be driving, so she may not be in the. But there we go. She's often driving at this time. Nonetheless. All right. And if we do not hear from Millie, then we are going to pull a second name, just so we are ready. Oh, there we go. Thank you. If Dollar shows up, she can have it. Of course, if Dollar shows up, that's fine. But otherwise, Millie, you are the grand winner. This was literally, you can see all the names in the hat. Not in the hat anymore. In the Archangel Raphael board. But nonetheless, we are grateful, Millie, and we will get that out to you. Just email the address to us, and you will be all set. All right. Keep us informed. Congratulations at Millie. And we are going to do more. This is not the first contest that Saint Germain is going to do. We are going to do more, helping your energetics. We are in a crystal shop, right? So we are going to do a lot more sending of crystal and things to you in your future. So do not worry. Do not fret if you do not get that. But let's ground into our 15-second project. You have been with Saint Germain, right? We have been doing 15-second energetic work, just like it has been discovered. And everything in your planet has to get discovered at some point, right? That your energetics take 15 seconds to reach the grand source field. That's it. 15 whole seconds from you vibrating in here to it going up to the larger source field and coming back down into your universe, at least percolating up there so it can come back down as real, solid energetics in the 3D in your universe, right? Everything in your universe has to start with something inside yourself. So we are doing that. Saint Germain is guiding you with Archangel Raphael to build your universe through 15-second energetics, as we have been, as you already know. So what if you are new to Saint Germain here, new to our channel, right, in our good dawning, all we're asking you to do, if you're watching this in the replay or the rewind, is to pause the video. What do you want to see in your universe by November 11th? That is our drop date, 11/11. We want to try to create something energetically by then. So from your end, what are you trying to see in your universe by November 11th? If you are new, pause the video. What do you want to see? A new car, money, what have you? All you have to do is feel it in yourself and visualize yourself having it. 15 seconds. That is it. And we put it to the greater source field. Dollar. Is Dollar here? All right. Dollar Martin, you showed up. All right. So there we go. That's Ellen. But Dollar, you are correct. So thank you, Millie, for being honest. Dollar Martin. Can I get a thumbs up? Are you hearing me? Because you actually won, but you want in the. So there you go. Blindly won first, but she passed on it. So Dollar Martin, are you there? If you are there, Dollar, and I get a thumbs up, I need an email address from you, or an address. I'll give you my email, and St. Germain's email. And then you can give us your address. We will send this out to you. All right, Dollar, you actually won. So, but you weren't in the chat. So we waited to see if you showed up. Then Millie was, but you won. So Millie, thank you, Millie. That was very honest, and we are grateful. So Dollar, you won the Amethyst, and you won the Archangel Raphael book. You were the first pool, but you weren't in the chat. So since you won, you need to send an email to Mr. Floyd Channeling with an S. Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. come and we will, with your address, of course, and we will send that to you. The address is all over. It is in the description and such as well. But send us an email, dollar, and if we do not have an email by Monday, then we will pick a new winner, but I'm sure you will send the email. So we will get that out to you today. Josh will go to take it back to work, right? We're here at the shipping table and we'll pack it up for you and get that out to you, dollar. Millie, we are grateful for you seeing dollar in the chat. It was fair and you kept it fair. Thank you. And we will keep the names because, hopefully you will still be here in 2 weeks or so. The Star is about to go on sale for Christmas, right? It's October, November. What we are looking to do, we are going to, when the Star goes on sale, we will post all the codes, get you discount codes and all kinds of stuff. So if there's something you're wanting, if there's something you are wanting anyways, there we go. Thank you, Millie. And then we will, of course, get that, work a way to get you a discount. But let's grind into our 15-second project since Dollar was there. Yeah, pause that. So take 15 seconds here. We're going to close our eyes, take a deep breath with Saint Germain. Breathe in and breathe out. And we are going to ground into our 15-second project. What are you looking to see in your universe by November 11th? Is it a new car? Is it money in your pocket? Is it a new situation? Is it a new home? Maybe you have a new bed or something, whatever it is for you. So we're going to take 15 seconds starting now and see and feel what we are looking for in our universe by November 11th. And of course, remember what you are looking for. It can always be up because you are here now, but your energetics will be at you have a whole month to raise your energetics. So take 10 seconds here. You are seeing what you want. You are feeling it. You are driving the Toyota Tundra. Whatever it is for you. Fantastic. There we go. Karen. All right. So if you have 15 seconds here. Now, it's your responsibility, and we did not do that yesterday because of John Binney and having the interview and getting you over to work with his channel, right? And we hope that you did. We know a few of you did for sure, and that's amazing. He does very good work. He's like a Swiss Army knife of spiritual healing, and we appreciate that. But from your end, then, take the 15 seconds there, and you are going to see what you are looking for in your universe. It takes us that 15 seconds to put it into the greater source field so that as we add it up, as we do this every day, it adds up till you get more and more and more energetics up there. As long as you are positive in your universe and not take it back, then it's going to show up in your frame in some form or fashion. Just remember two things. Know what you want, but realize you might get it in a better form. You're not going to get worse, but you could get a better version because your energetics in a week are higher, 2 weeks are higher, but in a month and a half, they're going to be way higher. So there you go. So just keep that in mind. It's about your energetics and what you are wanting in your universe. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more. Your universe and your ancestors have been coming up. We are asking you to ground into your ancestors. They have been coming up a lot lately. And if you are in your universe trying to create a new universe for yourself, we are asking you to ground in and to sit with your ancestors. You will know if you call in for Josh, you will never call in his Aunt Toby. We are canceling that right now. Why? Because her energetics would be probably not the best to call in for Josh. But you know in your universe, right? Everybody had at least one family member living who may not be alive now, of course, who love them, right? You are a grandmother, somebody, you had to have somebody in your, and if you did not, favor to you, maybe a friend who passed or something. You are sitting in your universe and you are in your empty space, right? Hopefully you're always empty space, but you know what we are saying. When you are just in quiet and peace, you are looking for advice, right? Call on your ancestral line, call on your higher self, your ancestral self as well, meaning yourself from other ancestral timelines, other incarnations. We're asking you to do so, to reach into yourself, to see your lineage, to feel into who you are as a larger soul. If you are just reaching out to Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael, we will be here for you, but you have a larger family of energetic line that you are working with. Now, if you had an extraordinarily karmic energetic line, if your energetic line, like for Josh, from his grandfather up, we don't really his mother's side, not his dad's side. We don't really mess with those energetics, so to speak. His grandfather on earth, if you had a family member on earth who was not the best, you probably do not want to ground into their energetics. You do not want to call them Thoth. Josh would not be calling Thoth his grandfather Abe, the one who liberated Buchenwald concentration camp. Because once he liberated Buchenwald concentration camp, his energetic shifted. And I guess yours would too if you had to walk into a concentration camp, the second largest in World War II, and see a couple 100,000 dead people at the same time. So your energetics might shift as well instantly if you walk in and see 100, 110,000 dead people lying all over the place. And you smell, nonetheless. So we understand that, but it's not for Josh to ground into his grandfather. But his grandfather Irving is a whole nother story. So for Josh, if he is calling on an ancestor, he's going to call on his grandfather Irving, right? The one who's looking at Josh when he was in the military graduating from boot camp. From your end, who is that in your universe? Was it your grandmother? Was it your great-grandmother? Was it your great-aunt? You have a cousin who passed away, Josh does, who Rye syndrome. She was the first person in the country to die from Rye syndrome. She went to Johns Hopkins. So there you go. So Sherry. So if he grounds into a family member, an ancient family member, Sherry is always there when she had only passed when she was like 9 or 10 years old. So with the Rye syndrome, and she wrote the book from Johns Hopkins on Rye syndrome. Favor to that. But somebody has to do it, and maybe she was contracted to do it. We don't know how many thousands of lives Sherry may have saved because she passed away from Rye syndrome, and they were able to use her energetics, her experience with the Rye syndrome to help others to not get the Rye syndrome and pass away. So you not know in your universe, even if you die early or something happens to you in your universe, you do not know. Look at, we are going to state this in the movie coming out, Christopher Reeves, right? Because he should not have been on a horse. He was he an ox? Sorry, the opposite energetic, the enemy sign of a horse. So you keep that in mind. For Josh, he's an ox. The enemy sign for an ox is a goat and a horse, right? So he does not ride a horse. Maybe Christopher Reeves could have seen that, but favor to him. But so every time Josh has ridden a horse, he has been thrown off of the horse backwards. Why? Because he is an ox, and oxes do not get along with horses in the Chinese zodiac, right? That would be an enemy, so to speak. So Josh does not have any horse friends, right? None of his Chinese zodiac people are in his universe, right? There is no horse friends in his universe. So for you, though, for Christopher Reeves, for example, he was riding that horse, and then he bucked him off. And so keep that in mind in your energetics, in your universe as well, that when you are going out and about in your universe, keep in mind the energetics of those you are keeping friends with, as well as who you are calling upon from your ancestral line. Because if you are talking to friends, you're looking for advice, but if you are an ox, right, like Josh, and he's looking for advice from a goat would be the enemy sign for Josh. You're going to get the best advice. Most likely it's going to be bad advice. Are you seeing that? So when you are grinding into your ancestors, also be careful who you are asking advice for in your universe. First off, you need to make sure the energetics match, but check we're not crazy here about this. Check your horoscopes. Check to your Chinese horoscope and see if you are balancing out. If you are an ox who's asking a snake for advice, you're going to get very good advice because it's going to be balanced energetics. We're all talking about balancing the energetics in your universe. You will not reach out. If you are, well, Josh, he's not going to reach out to his grandfather Abe for advice from his ancestral line. So be careful when you are doing, and he's not going to look for those heavier energetics to create his universe there. He's not going to go to a snake. We go to a snake, but he's not going to go to a goat or to a horse. In Chinese astrology and ask for advice, most likely it'll be anti-advice, and it could be negative advice for him. Keep that in mind. So always about this is about bigger energetic play as well. We are going to get into that on the universe here. We're going to show you how this is a living toroidal field, and how if you start responding to your universe in a larger way by talking back and really realizing that the grand source field that you are standing in, the toroidal field that you are in, and the larger source field responds to your energetics in many different ways through hellos and goodbyes and talking to it and thank yous. You are grateful. If you see you get a good meal, are you saying thank you when you see it? you get a green light? Are you being grateful and saying, thank you for the green light, I appreciate it? This is what we are talking about. The terrestrial field will hear you and match your energetics. That is right, Anna. It will match your, and don't let Josh see that. What are we not letting me see? How? Wait, we're going to go back. I am a horse in a Chinese zodiac. There you go. So for you, Anna, no offense or anything, for Mr. Floyd, it would be, not to say you couldn't be friends, but you could not be not relate. No offense, not that. You do not see horse and an ox in relationships generally, like because it would not work. You would be fighting and lots of mixed energetics. This is just the yin to the yang. If you look at the Chinese astrology, you have the ox here, and then you have the horse right over here. We have the horse and the two that would be right across. The horse and the goat, right? Why we took the picture? Josh had the picture of himself, right? On the instead of Saint Germain, it was a picture of Mr. Floyd, right? Of Josh. We took the picture down and put up a new one. Why? There were mountain goats in the picture that was slowing down the energetics of the channel. You did not realize that. I am a solid, hard-working, down, practical ox. See? And you can tell if you are, see, so for Josh, he's an ox, so you can tell the energetics. Roosters are good with oxes too. John, there you go. But you have to make sure that you are heard. That's the thing with the rooster, Gene, is that you have that loud, dawning roar, so to speak. So you need to make sure that you are seen and heard in your universe as you strut around, so to speak, as a rooster. And a tiger, if you are a tiger, then you are going to Sekhmet. If you are a tiger, you have the energetics of the within you. Use those energetics, Laura, and all of you tigers out there. Find your inner, and you will soar. All right, thank you, Sekhmet, for that. If you are a tiger, if you find your inner raw, so to speak, there. Sekhmet is correct. If you are a Chinese zodiac sign of a tiger there, then you could live your universe by that kind of energy. Push yourself, I got this, so to speak, because you are that inner raw inside you. You are very understood. And you are a dragon, then there you breathe that fire energy. You have to have that passion within you. If you are a dragon, you are carrying your universe in passion. But what we are going to do right now, we did not do any card cutting, right? But we are going to do something different. We are going to, two things, set grand intentions for our weekends, right? If you are going into an energetic space and you are not setting intentions for the energy that you are going into, then you are going to davish into the energy. If you have a weekend, right, and you have no intentions for the weekend, then the weekend will slip by you. Are you understanding? Do you want to we do not want to fall off the table. There we go. Do we want your energetics to be grounded in something that you are looking for? Do you want to davish your energetics through the weekend? That is a question that Saint Germain is asking you. So what we are going to do is take a deep breath. What we are going to do, and you do this on your own, we are going to do this together. We are going to have a little invocation. Then we are going to visualize. We are doing a lot of visualization on this channel because it's the grand way to create your universe, dearies. If you are an Olympic swimmer, you spend more time visualizing your swim than you do swimming in the pool. You are learning how to drive a truck, a big tractor trailer. You spend more time sitting in a chair going, double clutching and playing around with no truck in your universe than you do practicing on the double clutching and pulling the 15 gears of a tractor trailer. Are you in understanding? If you are running a marathon, you see yourself at mile 20 with full energetics crossing the line, do you not? You see yourself with that second energetic speed. You're winning running the Indianapolis 500. You see yourself, not having to go to the bathroom for 3.5, 4 hours while you're driving in a circle. But nonetheless, you see yourself crossing that line. You see your car weaving through, right? That's what we are talking about. Yes, what are you seeing for your weekend? There's no difference between you as the Olympic swimmer. Well, maybe not Tiger Woods anymore, but a golfer seeing themselves sinking the ball into the hole, and standing in their house all day long, swinging the golf club that is not in their hands, so that they can be better when they do swing the golf club out on the course. So what do you want to see in your weekend? We're going to ground into that. We're going to visualize an amazing weekend. We have your Chinese restaurant. There we go. Perfect. If you know you are who you are and you carry those energetics, you are an ox, a horse, a dragon, wood dragon, whatever you are, and it's the year of the dragon. There we go. Right? Exactly. Honor that. For an ox and a dragon, it's all right. It's a good deal. But even better is next year is the year of the snake. And for an ox, like for Josh, the year of the snake, he could move to like Vegas, right? The Snake City, Miami, another Snake City. Others heavier energy, he would do amazing. It's weird how that is. He's ascending, right? And light energy. But if he moves to one of those more darker cities, that's where he does better. Not moving to like Portland, Oregon. It would not be the spot for an ox because it's way too loose and liberal. But you need more energy for an ox. So start studying that, but you will see that you can change our universe in that way. But we are going to ground into our weekend. What do you want to see for your weekend? We are going to take 1 minute. So for you, create and are you doing this on your daily? But we are going to start with the weekend, and we are going to start doing this on the daily as well. Creating intentions for your day. I know for a lot of you, your day is you've already missed most of your dawnings already because it's 8:33, 10:33 in your universe. And there weren't certain channels that went live. We could go earlier, but we don't want to mix energetics. So this was the open space in the universe there. But so nonetheless, from your end, what do you want to see in your weekend? Can you ground into that? And can you allow for it to happen in your universe? We aren't saying that you do not see yourself getting whisked away by a helicopter and flown off to this, and make it real and realistic, of course. Maybe even if you want, maybe you're going to get a scratch-off lottery tickets this weekend and you see yourself winning it, $50. There you go. Or maybe you're going grocery shopping and you get 4 bags of groceries for 100 instead of 2, right? So maybe you get the better deal at the Safeway or the Giant or whatever grocery store you are going to in your Wegmans or whatever, in your universe, right? See yourself having the best weekend ever. So we're going to take a moment. You have to do this on your own. It's your energetics. So Saint Germain cannot do that. Josh is going to do that for himself while you are doing it for yourselves as well. So take a moment, close your eyes or not. If you are driving, do not close your eyes or your eyes will be open really fast. Your eyes will have to open. Nonetheless, if you are in a capable situation to center yourself, we ask you to do so. If not, all you have to do is have the intentions nonetheless. So close your eyes if you can. If not, take a deep breath with us. What do you want to see for your weekend? Create one grand intention, whatever that is, with love, of course. So for yourself, and of course, you could always say, "Our better will happen." So don't ever box yourself in. But for your weekend, what do you want to see in your universe for your weekend? So ground into that and see it in your frame. See it in front of you. Feel your awesome weekend. But this way, you are not davishing so much. You have something in here that you have intended to do, whatever that is. And if you intend to do nothing, that's an intention within itself. Do keep that in mind. Doing nothing is doing something. Something is not, nothing is something. There you go. All right. We're not cutting cards. We are not doing any of that. We are grounding into just for this weekend, the intentions of this weekend and having an awesome weekend. And remember, it is Friday. So who's that? We are grateful to see you. So it is Friday, right? So you have to fry something as well. So what are you frying? Do not fry your brain. And remember, the commercial there with the egg and the frying pan, they are lying and conflating their universe for you. So when you are out in your universe this weekend, remember what you grounded into, what your intentions are for this weekend. When you get up in the dawning, are you creating intentions for your day? Are you creating intentions in your universe? Are you asking your universe, what can we see here? What are you wanting to show me? What is the grand of today? Show me something. Your universe lives. It speaks. It comes to you. It'll bring the right people to you. You have to know who not to hang out with, though. Not to say Anna and I could not hang out. Horses and oxes can get along totally fine. You would never see like a horse and an ox in a married situation would not work, but in a friendship, in a casual, like perfectly fine. But if you had it's more about deeper energetics. If you are an ox and you had a horse as a boss, a goat as a boss, you wouldn't be in a living hell. You are going to be the one that they are always picking on because it's the opposite energetics. That's all. You are seeing that it's just you are coming from opposite energies. And eventually, when a horse and like a goat, or a goat and an ox are the worst. Horse is second. But the goat and an ox, for example, you put them together and he's like, this is your boss. The ox is going to get frustrated with the goat, and the goat is going to try to basically rut the ox. The ox is unmovable, right? So the goat is going to try to move the ox. The energetics will just be fighting each other, and it will not work. So in your universe, it is always appropriate if you can find out that Chinese astrology is way better than like the Vedic. It's just quicker and easier to figure out, right? Oh, you are a ox, and I am a goat. Well, I'm not going to work for you. It's not going to work, right? There you go. You find when you are not getting along with your boss, you wonder why, right? You don't check into these things. You just dovish in, right? There you go. Maybe it's an opposite sign for you if you are an air sign or a water sign. There you go. If you're a water sign and your boss is a fire sign, there you go. They could see that you are trying to dampen their energy. You are water, so you put them out, and they are trying to light you, but they cannot light a fire under your water, right? So again, you have to look at the energetics in your universe. Keep that in mind. So you have to play these things. We are grateful that you are here, and we are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled, and of course, Mother Isis was here as well, dear Sekhmet. Sekhmet wants you to understand that you choose or not to have a good anything. So if you are looking to have a good weekend, then we are saying to hold your inner to its light and walk with that inner down the street in your daily and in your tasks. All right, thank you, Sekhmet. Carry that inner girl with you, is what she is basically saying, and we are correct. And Sekhmet isn't just Sekhmet, it's actually a group of 12 Lyrians, and we will show you on Moon Day, when the inside of the box there from the Archangel Raphael Kelly, where she is grounding into the Lyrians. So the Lyrians have been around, and Sekhmet is really the Lyrian representative of a group of 12 on planet Earth. But we will get into that in another time. But we are grateful that you are here, and we're going to go ahead and release this transmission, so to speak, and we are hoping that you have the greatest weekend that you can ever have, or better. To allow yourself better in your universe. If you do not allow yourself better, you could get worse. Do not box your energetics in. Allow your universe to surprise you. We're going to state this. Do this with us real quick, and then we are going to release the show, so to speak. Not want to take up too much more of your time, as we say, right? But do this with us. Say this out loud. Follow Saint Germain. I am grateful. You can say this. Follow me. I am grateful for the most amazing weekend ever. And release it. There you go. All right, and we're going to do one other thing. Take a quick moment and remember, if you are in your basement and it is not flooded, if you're going outside and you do not have a tree knocked down on top of your car, if you are going outside and you see the sunshine this dawning, be grateful for the state that you are living in, that you are not down in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, all of that, where they are getting pounded there. In Kentucky, which is going to get so much rain that you're going to need a boat, right? Favor, we are going to get Noah to build an ark, right? They have an ark, the ark experience in Kentucky. They're going to probably need it to float out at some point. So favor to all of that. When you are out in your universe and you are complaining, if you are complaining about anything in your universe, or complaining about the weather, or complaining that it's too damn hot, or it's too cold, remember what happened last night. Find your gratitude in your universe that you are outside on dry land, that your house is fine, and that your car does not have 800 dents in it from hail and trees and branches and whatever else is flying around in your neighborhood, right? Can you do that? Can you see where you have been protected? And those, yes, they have contracted for it. You signed the grand contract that you are on planet Earth and that tornadoes and all kinds of craziness could happen. You could fall into a lake and get eaten up by an alligator, right? A crocodile, most likely. But nonetheless, you are an understanding, right? So where you are, when you step outside, when you are in your frame today, when you are out in your universe, and you have power, you hit the switch for the power, your water is running, right? There's a million people who have no running water, no electricity, and if they go outside, they might be ankle deep in water. So you find the love in your universe, the gratitude in yours, and hold the little light for those down south who cannot turn on their lights tonight. There you go. That's what we are asking for. Can you do that? If we hold each other up, right? If we lift each other up energetically, we carry each other a lot further than if we put each other down or just ignore each other. You are a light worker, so that's how you work the light. You send love. We love you. Releasing transmission. All right, there we go. All right. So Dola, I need an email from you, please. With your address, I will get that out. If not, it reverts to Millie. She was the second one there. And blindly, I thank you. If in Europe there, that would be a ship. But I'm grateful for you. And I know these came from Kelly directly in Pennsylvania, no, Doylesville, Pennsylvania. So grateful. Thank you all so much. We've completed another week. I think we're on 3 months solid now. We're going into our 4th month of this, if I'm correct. And I will tell you this. The Al Gore rhythm, and we know Al Gore has no rhythm, and Tipper Gore tried to steal all of our music away, or at least put that parental advisory label on it. She wanted to get rid of all of it, actually, including classic rock. She did not like music. Her values are not yours, and grateful they didn't become ours. But nonetheless, in your the algorithm, there we go. Not yesterday's. I don't know. Yesterday's only has like 70, 60 something views, but the one before, the Good Dawning on yesterday was today's Friday, so Wednesday. It's almost 200 views. If I could set out, it's the Al Gore rhythm that doesn't allow us to have any rhythm. So yeah, again, Elon Musk, if you're watching, and I'm going to ask every dang near episode here, can we get a spiritual version of YouTube that has a much cleaner Al Gore rhythm? Because what I've noticed is if I can, and occasionally they let you out of the cage, right, so to speak, slip the algorithm just a little bit. We got 200 views on Tuesday or on Wednesday. How amazing is that? And it's still climbing. So somewhere, and I know YouTube does this. They'll test your channel by releasing you to a greater algorithm. Like they did it with an ISIS video, and I had like 400 views on an ISIS card. But otherwise, no, I get like 10 views. I get you guys to view, and I'm grateful. But they're not. Let's put out energetics that we get released into the greater algorithm, because what I'm seeing is when I am in the greater Al Gore rhythm, we get more views. ISIS can get 300 plus views. Good Dawning, almost 200 plus views. Almost at 200, if not over 200. It floors me. So, but it goes to tell us that it's just the algorithm. They're not letting us. They're not letting us dance in the Al Gore rhythm. So there we go. Grateful guys. Thank you. Blindly love you. Dola, thank you for email. Mr. Floyd channelings with an S at gmail.com. And I will get that out. I'm going to take it to work today. Pack it up. We have shipping table in the back. I will pack it up and then wheel it over to the post office in the Dawning tomorrow. Thank you, family. You guys are, I'll say it. You're the family I don't have. I have a dad who has no frontal lobe. So yeah, I wonder how many times he's called us during the show. Favor. That's why we put it on airplane mode. I block his calls. It's said that I have to do so, but yeah. So all right, and I'm gonna pull one more card for the collective here. I'm being drawn by Archangel Raphael, saying split the deck and pull this card. So split the deck, and we'll pull this card, and this is Sekhmet. There you go. That's Sekhmet's card. Basically, it's the Lion's Gate. That's Sekhmet. This would represent, this is the art I wanted to show you from the inside of the deck box. So I don't need to go to the box on Monday. There it is. That's the Lyrian. That's Sekhmet as the Lyrians, as translated by Kelly in her channeling. And that would represent Sekhmet and the 12 Lyrians on Earth. Literally, that's the inside art of the box of the cards that I was going to show you on Monday. So yeah, that's why I got a little teary-eyed there for a second, because Sekhmet came through to, like, you don't have to wait till Monday to show me. I'm right here. There she is. Gotta love the living toroidal field that you are in. Loudly speaking universe. Sekhmet loves you. I love you. Have an awesome weekend. Remember, whatever you intended when you ground into it, if you start dervishing off on your weekend, if your energetics get pulled in any form or fashion, go back to what you intended and hold that. Remember, you are the love. And if you got something tripping you up in your universe, just hold tight for a second and think about those in Florida and Alabama and Atlanta and Power and nothing. So, yeah, if your universe is going even partly swimmingly, then be grateful, because yeah, you could be literally having to swim just to get to your house. So grateful, thankful, and stay blessed, y'all. I will see you all in the next, and have a weekend as amazing as you are. I love you all, and thank you for being a part of all of this. When you're sitting around in your weekend contemplating your universe, think about this. Is a million years did I ever expect Chris, me, any of us to expect to be sitting on the other side of this? So I'm going to say not in my universe, because you never know. I love you. Stay awesome. And I will definitely see you guys in the next. Thank you, family.